Yo, what up? It's your boy Neo coming to you from ImMrAllen TV, life from my point of view. And today I am doing my next installment for my Dear Neo series, in which I answer questions at random from friends, family, or people I know online, or just in general, just anywhere, just from anywhere. Any questions, any random questions you may have for me, or things you might want to know, things like that. So today's question comes from a friend of mine, and one of my friends on Twitter, and they asked me, Neo, you don't post your family as much as you used to. Is there any particular reason for that? All right, so let me attack this question. This is a good one. This is actually a really good question. So a lot of the reason why I do not, and let me just give some background for anybody who's more of a recent friend or more of a recent follower or something like that. I used, back before YouTube really started popping and people were really getting paid off of it, I used to have a channel, and on my channel it was just that's where the whole ImMrAllen TV came from, and life from my point of view, because what it was doing was I was recording things that were happening in and around my life from my eyes. So it was meant to be just like this particular video is, as you see me right now. It's meant to be from my eyes. So as I'm looking around, I do things, move the camera, stuff like that, to give you the perception of this is how I view life. So what I was doing was, in my videos, I always had my wife and my kids, because they are the biggest part of my life. So they were in all of my videos all the time, and this and that. And it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun doing it and things like that. But as time progressed, and this goes into answering the question, my kids began to get older. So it's one thing when you're filming and they're younger, and like I said, and all of it was kind of new to me, so I didn't really think of all of the different things about it. But now that they're older and getting older, I mean, they're two of the three kids are teenagers now. So what I decided was that because they're teenagers, I can't just be out here making all the decisions and making all the determinations for them. I can't say, well, I want to record and I want to do this, so I'm gonna just stick a camera in their face every 5 minutes to record. Even in things I post, even in my post for the things I post on Facebook, the things I post on Twitter, a lot of those things are really different than what I used to post, because of the fact that I try to be more mindful of my children as well as my wife. I don't post a lot of pictures of my wife because, as most people know, and especially women, you guys, y'all tend to take a lot of selfies, and not just women, like people in general, because I do it too. You take a lot of selfies of yourself. You take a lot of pictures before you decide on that one picture, right? So while I might like a picture of my wife and I might want to post it, she might not like it. She might not like the angle. She might not like the way this looked, or she had a hair out of place, or just any particular reason or anything. So unless I get the clearance from her, I typically don't post it. And most of the pictures that I do post are ones that she's already posted. So I use that same mentality when it comes to my children. I try not to invade their life, if that makes sense. I want to be respectful of them and what they want and what they feel comfortable with. It's not just me. It's not just about me. And that's a very selfish way for me to have thought about it if I decided to continue doing it. Now, if I do make videos, because we have a ton of videos, we have a ton of home videos and things like that I would love to post, because I especially for my family, because we're living in Georgia, and my family primarily is in New Jersey and up north. But then my parents are in Texas. I have an uncle in California and aunt in California. So, I have family kind of everywhere, and all my family in North and South Carolina and Maryland, and they're just everywhere. So I would love for people to see and be able to connect and see what's going on with us, but not at the expense of my kids. So I try not to post things unless, you know, we have some level of approval, or unless they're cool with it. So I don't have a lot of video right now of them, because again, I'm a little different. I don't, when we're in these moments or when we're out doing things and stuff like that, my first thought isn't grab my phone and turn and start recording. It's just not. I'm just not like that. I'm just not that type of person. And I don't have nothing against anybody that does it. And I think it's dope, because then you create and you have all of these great memories of moments in your life, of moments in your family. But I just don't do that. And the times when I do, again, I won't just readily post them out of respect for my children, because I want them to be comfortable. I want them to be okay with it. I don't want them to be embarrassed. I don't want them to look back one day and be like, oh man, my dad put this up and he said this and he put this out there, and then, you know, my friends see it, and then, you know, that stuff's important to me. Like, my kids having an identity of their own, my kids being able to have a say, because that's one thing my wife and I do, and we always try to do with our children, is we always try to make sure that they have a voice in the house. Yes, we're the parents. Yes, we make decisions, and yet, but our children have a voice in our household, and I can't just dictate how that goes. I can't just say, okay, well, I want to record, so let me stick this camera in your face and you're gonna have to deal with it. And I'm not saying that that's what other people do. I'm just saying that that's just the way my brain perceives it for my life and for my children. So I just don't choose to do it unless, again, I have their blessing. So I'll ask them. Like my son, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple weeks back, maybe like a little over a month ago, you know, my son said something very profound on Instagram. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you mind if I, you know, repost that? Do you mind if I share that? Because I really love that. And I think other people should see how a 12-year-old views these things and these situations that are going on in the world. So, you know, I did that. I could have just did it on my own, but I didn't want to. But I, you know, because as I said, my kids have a voice, and I always want them to know that, you know, we're always going to respect them and how they feel and their stance and their feelings on things. So to answer the question, that's why. It's just because I try my best to be as respectful and mindful for my family, not just my kids, my entire family, my friends as well. So hopefully that answers the question. I do plan on putting more content on my page and on my channel, and hopefully more family content, you know, but, you know, again, we have to agree on things. We have to be in agreement. We have to be in one accord before I post anything. So hopefully, again, that answers that question. And that will bring this Dear Neo to a close. So going forward, if anybody has any further questions for me, please feel free to send them. You can send them here on YouTube. You can tweet them to me. You can send them on Facebook. You can send them direct messages. And everybody will remain anonymous. I will not announce who asked the questions. I will not give any hints as who asked the questions, because they come from everywhere. They come from anybody. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them that I have to get through, and I'm going to start doing more regularly. So I just wanted to do this one, and I'm going to try to do them with videos as well as typing them out on my site. So it's your boy Neo signing off. Hope everybody has a great Labor Day. Everybody stay safe. Keep your mask on. Wash your hands. And if you don't mind, click that subscribe button for your boy. All right. Peace.